I've got a ring light reflected there. That's not good. I guess we're just going to deal with it because it is what it is. I can't see anything. Put your darn glasses on, Monique. Okay, and of course I'm not caught up here yet. So what have you been up to for the last week? It is cold over much of the U.S. It is not cold in Los Angeles. We are having 80-degree weather. Yes, I hate me too for saying it. We have 80 degrees just about every day. So we are dealing with the weeds, which we do every year. And I know you get tired of me talking about weeds, but weeds are a big fact of my life. And it's glorious weather right now. So we're just like, let's just go out and do it. But I got to tell you, my back is hurting. My legs is hurting. Everything is hurting. So let me find me. There I am. No, that's last week. Let's find this week. That's not it. View channel. I have to talk to myself to do things. There we go. There's 20 watching. Yay. Hello, 20 of you. And let's see. Grace Santa Cruz. Hello, hello. Hello, Preston. Hola, Alejandro. Beth, hello. Thank you so much for the recipe. I can't wait for us to make that. I am so stoked. Thank you. Freezing. It snowed. It's Florida. It's not supposed to snow in Florida. Florida is also supposed to be having 80-degree weather, but they are not. Hello, Peg. Hey, Preston. Preston needs help deciding what to eat tonight, tacos or burgers. If I make tacos, then it's enough for me to eat today and tomorrow. So either way, I'll participate in Taco Tuesday. I'm saying tacos because tonight, Howard is having tacos and I am having a taco salad because I need more vegetables. And as much as I do enjoy the tacos, I need more salad in my life. So I'll make the taco into a taco salad. So I say do the tacos because anything that you can do that gets you 2 meals with the effort of 1 is a winner in my book. So, yep. Peg says always tacos. We got to vote for tacos. My vote's for tacos. Karen's Cooking Corner. Tacos? Hello, Drew. Hey, Keep It 100. Hello, Karen. Keep It 100 votes burger because fries sound good. So you got to weigh in. Are you going to do fries if you're doing the burger? Debbie Brady. Hello, hello. I'm keeping warm and safe. I can't speak for anybody else. S.J. Alexander, hello. Happy Groundhog Day from Philip Gibson. Hello, Philip. Debbie says, you can keep your 80-degree winter day. I'd be thrilled for a couple of 50-degree days in a row. Hey, Em, mid-70s today. Put the top down on the car. Felt guilty for the frozen folks. Yeah, I feel a little guilty. But you know what? I'm not in charge of weather. My cat does not understand this. My cat thinks I am in charge of weather. Dalton Riley, hello, hello. You can't go wrong with tacos. We're Team Taco. Yep, we like our tacos. Hey, I use taco as a verb. Shall we taco tonight? What do you want to do for lunch? Should we taco? We should taco. Let's taco. Yeah. Sherry B, it's very cold there. I am sorry. I'm sorry that it's very cold there. How was my week? It's been a wonderful week. I finished the show that I was working on. I was working last week on a vertical series, and I wrapped that up on Wednesday, which was lovely. And like I said, we've got this spring weather that is insanely good for February. So we're just going to go be out in it. Oh, Taco was a musical group too. Ah, I love that. Team Taco. Oh, Betty Butcher watched Revenge Best Served Chill today. How fun. Oh, I have to text Diddy right now. Sean. No worries. Feel better. Okay, sorry. Podcast is a little late today. My friend Sean has the flu, and you know when you have the flu, you don't feel well, you feel really crappy, and that's life. And we all have gone through that. And we'll continue to go through it multiple times in this life, and it's just feel better soon. Lots of soup, lots of fluid. Let me get back to YouTube. There we go. And now I can almost see. Let's see. Dalton had a wonderful week too. Yes, it's Groundhog's Day, still covered in snow and in what's MD? Is that? My God, I'm showing how I've forgotten everything that I learned in grade school. Keep it 100. Got back into yoga last week and did it outside at 35 degrees with full sun and barely any wind. I couldn't do that. I mean, I could do that, but I wouldn't enjoy it. It sounds like you enjoyed it. Thank you, Betty Butcher. My lipstick got a little large today. You know, when you're lining your lip and you're like in a hurry and it's like, oh, well, that's a little bit bigger. No, I'm going to do that side a little bit bigger. And it's like, oh, it's not even here. So my lips are a little larger than they ought to be today because, well, I kept going outside of the lines. And Dirty PMs. Preston has been productive in his writing, 31 pages in the book, 19 in the screenplay, and 26 in the stage play. That rocks. You are awesome. Eva Myler, hello. I'm sorry you can't stay. The students are wearing you out. Eva, I am so sorry. Thank you for checking in with us. I hope that things start becoming easier for you. It's sometimes it's just like, yeah. So I'm hitting that like button. So just, do like I do. Hit that like button. Even though I really haven't given you much to like. I'm just saying hello. And Philip said my family and I had chili earlier today and be having it again tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Philip. Yeah, I had so much fun on that movie, Revenge Best Served Chill. That was fun, except I was just in Virginia way too long. Not that I didn't like Virginia. It was December, and I spent all of December away from my sweetheart, and it just didn't feel like Christmas that year. So, but the ring. What is the point of the ring light? Why that shape? I did not invent them. I'm going to say it's good because it's got, your whole face is evenly lit around you. And also, if you see it in the eye, you get that, which some people find pleasing. But now you can really see that growth on my eye, can't you? I don't know if I've ever really shown you what that growth looks like. That thing on my eyeball is actually a thing on my eyeball. And those wrinkles are doing their job. That is too close. Nobody wants to be that close. And they gave me mac and cheese. They gave me vegan mac and cheese, which, yes, I am not going to have a reaction to it, but it's like saying, here, we prepared dog shit for you. Don't worry. It's vegan. That doesn't make it better. Now it's vegan dog shit. There, get rid of that. mostly. There. Of course, now I need to. There. Now we're centered. I love that. What does the growth do? Well, nothing. It just irritates my eye and it gets bigger. Sometimes it gets into like a red spider webby thing if I get too much sun in it. So I use re-wetting drops and saline drops and yeah. Yes. Oh, thank you, Ann Smith. Thank you. This is one of my favorite sweaters. It's J. Crew, and I like because it's got a cropped shape, so it's always just hits right at the waist. So it always looks neat. Oh, cat's pajamas in the UK. It is at past 2 a.m. there. Do you have insomnia? Sounds like insomnia. I hope maybe you're always up at 2. My wake up time is 3. Howard's wake up time is 4. Yeah, where is Tammy? Where is Tammy? We are concerned about Tammy. She is in Minnesota. Keep it 100. I was like, it's Monday already. I just got caught up on all the Girl No episodes. Yeah, I'm allergic to all dairy. I can eat butter. I can have cream in my coffee if I'm having a full meal. If I am only having coffee, don't put any cream in it because I will be bent over double in pain. Yeah, so I just don't do dairy products. It's been my whole life. So, oh, cat's pajamas. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so sweet. Yay. Oh, I love that. Philip Gibson has indoor and outdoor allergies. Tammy, so good to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you. We love knowing that. It's just good to know that our people are safe because, I didn't talk to Sean for a few days, and then I called her and she didn't answer. And I was like, oh, is she okay? I mean, I just started worrying about her. And yes, I did get a hold of her and she was just like, oh, I have the flu. I'm just not sick. I'm not feeling well. So, yeah. So please stay safe, Tammy. You are in all our thoughts and hearts. Oh yeah, Philip, I use allergy medicine a lot. And when I don't, you see me dabbing at my nose because sometimes I forget. And sometimes I just don't feel like it. Preston said, the other day someone said they wish ICE was gone, and I asked, the substance or the agency? I think we're all over the agency. I don't think any of us are really liking what they're doing. So we would like ICE to be gone. And probably, the cold snap. That's not real fun either. Any travel plans lately? We are starting to make plans. We are making plans to we're going to go to Yosemite again for Howard's birthday because we want to stay at the Ahwahnee Hotel, and we finally were able to get in. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to stay in late May, not quite on Howard's birthday, but close enough. So late May, we will be staying at the Ahwahnee Inn in Yosemite, and that should be very exciting. The place was built in the 1920s, 1915. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous property. Let me see if I can say this. Kalachakratantra. Hello in windy Cornwall in the UK. Well, boy, I got some people staying up in the UK for me, and thank you. That just warms my heart. Blade fully supports ice. Well, there's all kinds, but that one might be haunted. It's certainly old enough to be haunted. It looks like it could be haunted. I'll let you know after I stay there. Yeah, we have never been able to stay there. We've asked about it every year, and we can only get in there for 2 nights, and then we'll stay at another place for 2 nights. And I think it's going to just be fun. The last couple times we've been to Yosemite, it's been around my birthday. So one time we went and it was snowy, and that was fun. Another time it was just pretty darn cold. But we should be going in late May, and it should be really pretty to see in the springtime. All of the waterfalls should be going strongly at that point, so that should be nice. Yeah, I see you, Preston. I gotcha. Oh, Ann Smith just got back from Mexico and planning on going back next year. We're also we're thinking maybe September, October, to celebrate our anniversary. We might go to Italy. So that's what we're thinking for travel this year. I would love to offer my opinion on your dresses, Preston. I have lots of opinions, and very rarely do people want to hear them. Tammy Rocco, thank you for joining us. Stay safe. We're all with you in spirit. What is everybody planning for this week? I am still, I'm not even. Oh, thank you, Em. Thank you for the congratulations. For this week, I'm still kind of keeping a low profile on the acting work. I'm taking an online course, so that's got me every Wednesday. I'm on there for a few hours for acting and marketing myself as acting, trying to get to another level. So I've got to prepare a scene for Wednesday's class. So I'm working on that. I'm pulling those weeds because we have great weather, and most Februaries I don't want to pull the weeds because it's freaking cold out there and I'm a whiny little princess. But it's really nice. So also, I have a 10 a.m. appointment Thursday, 2/5. Sorry, random. I did not know that I had a doctor's appointment on 2/5. Wonder what it's for. I'll have to look that up. I knew I had one on the 17th, but maybe it's now on the 5th. I don't know. I'll find it. So maybe I'm going to the doctor on the 5th. Turns out. I don't know. Let's see. Beth says, my aunt always called it Italy. Italy. Okay, yeah. I can see that. It's funny because reading it, I did not know what the word was until I said it. And they said, oh, okay, yeah, now I get it. So, yeah, I'm going to be out in the garden, sunscreen on, mostly in the shade. There's a little part where it gets sun in the afternoon, but yeah, this might be to look at my wrists. If fine, I thought it was on the 17th, but if it's on the 5th, great, whatever. I have nothing set in stone, so I shall be there. But yeah, if it's been moved up sooner, I am happy for that because I am ready to get rid of this metal in here. So yeah, that's my plan for the week. I'm Last year, I was go, 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 work, work, work. And this year, no, I'll work when it feels right. Doesn't feel right now. I've got other things that I want to do, and then I'll get back into it. And I've got to get it. Need to get headshots done, so that'll be a whole thing prepping for that. I haven't had new headshots in a little while, so it's time. And this time I want them to be a little more character-y, so that'll be a fun experiment for me. Beth says, initially the universe said DJT would die on the 17th of February, but that information has changed. Could it move up sooner? I would be okay with that. Any Valentine's plans? Yes, Debbie, we are. We very much are. Thank you for that. We don't have Valentine's Day plans. Valentine's Day is one of those days where, let's see, what day does it fall on this year? It falls on a Saturday. Oh yeah, we're not going out. We're not going out for Valentine's Day on a Saturday night. We are not going out at all that weekend because everyone decides that Valentine's Day, they need to do a prefix menu for a much more expensive price than what would usually be on the menu. And it's usually something that you don't want to eat. It's like, it makes it easy for the kitchen, and they all ask like it's a really great thing for you, but it's not. So you just go out and you spend too much money. It's also artificial. I'll call my mom on Valentine's Day. That's what I do. You know, Howard and I will have a dinner together. We will probably call a bunch of restaurants ahead of time and see if anyone is not doing a prefix menu, but they most likely will be. And then skip going out to dinner. We'll just have dinner at home, which is fine by us. Ethan Hamilton. Hello. Says the temperature dropped and the snow's melting and all the roads are slick there in Edmonton, Alberta. Oh, we rushed home after work to catch the live stream, and yay, I'm so glad you made it, Ethan. Thank you. Yep, why do Valentine's Day when you spend every day with your Valentine? I get to spend every day with the most amazing man in the world, so. Joy's husband has a dermatology appointment on 2/5. So we'll all be doing our appointments. Love is universal, Susan. Absolutely. Absolutely. Beth, we are working on that. We're trying. We are. Lunch is fun any day. Agresta Cumbra, hello. Thank you for joining us. Oh, thank you, Philip. You are so kind. Therapy appointment tomorrow, medication checkup next week. All good. So good to stay on top of those things. Now I'm going to just check my email. No. Where? No, I don't need that. That's all. Sorry. I'm just looking at stuff. Okay, I'm going to look at these. Okay. I will look at these dresses. These look great. I love them. I will, I like the, oh yeah, that looks great. That looks great on you, Preston. That looks terrific. Good choices. I like it. I'm not going to show everyone else, but I like it. Very, very nice. Nicely done. Going back in. There. And, and M has an ophthalmology appointment on 2/5. That's funny. That's sweet mom used to always buy her a box of Whitman Samplers chocolates on Valentine's. That's lovely. 6 weeks to gardening, Susan says. Agresta Cumbra, hello, hello, hello. M says, we used to call Valentine's Day amateur nights out. Yep. And, I think Valentine's, it's really a very commercial holiday, isn't it? It's so very commercial. And they really keep pushing it. It's like, buy these Valentine's cards, buy this candy, buy these flowers, buy. Spend time with somebody you love, or have a phone call with somebody you love. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. It can just be your friendship, or your family, somebody you love, somebody you care about, and just talk to them. That's good. That's enough for a Valentine's Day. Just share a message of love with somebody that you love. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to go out to dinner. It doesn't have to be romantic. Ann Smith says, on Valentine's Day, we'll go to antique show and sale, do every Valentine's Day. That is lovely. I love that. Oh, Preston says, Monique, I just remembered, you were the one that taught me the term Singles Awareness Day. Yes. Because I was very single for a very long time. Lots of things, Peg, lots of things starting on the 17th. The Chinese New Year, Ramadan, the solar eclipse. Astrologically speaking, there's a lot going on February 17th. So yeah, it's a big day. So I don't mind having my appointment moved up. Beth says, I keep getting these pop-up ads for these sneakers that add 4 inches to your height. She's 5'8". She doesn't want to be 6 feet. I would want to be 6 feet, but that's because I'm short. See, 4-inch sneakers would only bring me up to your height. Single, Valentine's Day. Treat yourself. Talk to somebody you love. Doesn't have to be romantic. Can be a friend. Somebody that truly loves you. That's my advice, Karen, because there's all sorts of love. There's all sorts of love. Yeah, keep it 100. I feel like most holidays are commercialized. I feel like love can be celebrated anytime. Yep, celebrate love with anyone you want. Debbie says you should share the story of how you found Howard. I bet there are people here who haven't heard it yet, and others of us who enjoy hearing it again. Oh, I should tell that story. I will. I don't know if I will right now. But Betty, unfortunately, her husband starts chemo on February 19. We are all going to hope that it is a very successful chemo and that he has the least amount of side effects and gets the most healing. Yeah, talk to all those people who friend zoned you and see if you'll get a pity kiss. I have friend zoned so many people. I have friend zoned so many men, and you know what? I am not going to be shamed. Sorry. I have had so many men in my life in times that I thought were just friends, and then they wanted to be more than friends. And I was like, I'm sorry. I love you. I think you're terrific, but just as a friend, I'm not attracted to you in that way. And then they pout. They're like, well, I have enough friends. I like, okay, then you have enough friends. And I guess because that's all I can offer. I am not going to automatically hop into bed with every man who swears that he has just undying emotions for me, and I just have to give him my body so that he can show me those emotions. No, thank you. I don't have to do that. No. I only do that when I want to. Keep it 100 had someone reach out last month that I haven't texted in 7 years. And I was like, ooh, no, thank you. It's like, oh, no, thank you. Yeah, got that. Preston, I've been friend zoned so many times. Why do I fall for my friends? And why can't they just be friends? Why can't you let them just be friends? So Ethan says, yes, I would like to hear about how you and Howard met. Oh my, sorry. Nose is drippy. What's the tune for dancing? Oh my gosh. So many tunes for dancing. So many tunes. Yeah, can't kill the feels. And you have to accept. That's the point. Can you accept staying only a friend? Or do you feel like you need to just lose that person entirely? And I've had people tell me they would rather lose me entirely. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, fine. I'm sorry. But I'm not a sex toy. I'm not something that I can just hand over to you because you want something to play with. No, thank you. So, yeah. Preston, you may be hard to romance, but maybe you just haven't found the right one to romance. And now I'm going to tell my story about Howard. Yep. Keep It 100 says, I remember when you told that story or first talked about him and there was a heart in the sky made by those planes. Yeah, doing my hair for my... Well, I don't think I shared with you my first date with Howard, but I did on one of my soon dates with Howard, long before I showed him to you because he was still working and he did not want to be shared publicly because as a public defender, it was just a little too dangerous for some of his clients because he did work in felonies, didn't want them to really come after me or anything like that. So, yep, I remember the up to. And we went on a date, and after that date, we played pool. And we had a lot of fun that night. And Howard took some great pictures of me shooting pool, and where I looked like I actually shoot pool better than I do, because I'm not very good. Debbie says one of her friends came out to her as asexual and is in a committed, loving marriage to someone who is fine with that. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's the best. Keep It 100 says, I love so deeply, so I got to be careful about who I even think about getting involved. Yeah, Peg says, I remember when we just see his hands making dinner. Betty, good night. We'll see you next week. Thank you for being here, and have a wonderful week. Okay, so yeah, Desert Dream, hello, Jonathan, nice to see you. So going back to when 10 years ago, I had created my vision board and very much went into detail on what I wanted for my career moving forward. And I need to do a new vision board because I have achieved many of the things, but I have new goals, so I need to do that again. But I didn't have a picture of the guy I wanted on my board. I had words and phrases and descriptions of the relationship and travel and how I wanted all of the feelings in the relationship, but not a picture of the guy. And I remember I was on Bumble, where the women do the choosing, and I swiped left on everybody. I mean, I swiped right on a few, and I had a few good dates, and I had a few not good dates, and I had dates that didn't show up, or dates that stood me up, and dates that then chickened out before, and all the stories that everyone else has. And I remember no. Next picture. Next picture. Oh, no. That's how I went through all of them. And it was funny because I remember I had to go to the grocery store for some stuff, and I'm looking at men like I'm on the app, and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I'm just mentally swiping on them as I'm in the store. So I've gone through everyone in my radius of 50 miles. I was like, 50 miles around me in a circumference. That's as far as I want to go to find somebody to be in my life. And I ran through all of them. And I was just like, ugh, what should I do? Should I look older? Younger? I already had a 10-year age range either way. So I had a 20-year span. So that was like pretty open as far as age. And I opened up my search parameter, the actual physical distance. I was like, let's make it 75 miles. It's been 50 miles. Couldn't do it. 75 miles. No. Ooh, this guy. Yeah, this guy. I found this guy, and I was like, he will do. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And let me see if I can find him for you. Oh, how do I find these? Let me go favorites. Let me go all the way to here. Let me go. The first photo of Howard that I ever saw was this. Let me turn that off. This was the first picture of Howard that I saw. Getting a little reflection there. And I was like, ooh, I like a man who knows how to dress. I have been with enough men who don't put the effort in, and that was something that on my list, a man who knows how to dress. And I looked at the accessories, the ring, the watch, the earrings, the pocket square, and I went, that is a good-looking man. Whoop. And then I saw this picture. And I looked at those biceps. And I looked at that smile. And I looked at those eye wrinkles. And I looked at the bag of amend. And I saw a man who likes working in the garden, who enjoys it. It's not a chore to him. He's having a good time. He's actually doing work. And I went, yeah. So those two pictures. And then he had a picture at a baseball game. And I was like, yeah, still looks good. But those two pictures were what made me fall in love with him. I was like, that's the guy I would have on my vision board. Woo, blindness. That's the guy I would have on my vision board. And I went, well, since you can't put him on your vision board, maybe you should swipe right on him. And I did. And I sent him a message. And it was 7 a.m. And I got a message back immediately. And we started messaging back and forth. And then he's like, I've got to run. I've got to go to work. And then I've got all our messages. Here was his first message to me. Oh, I wrote, lovely to meet you. Yes, I agree that it is tough to find people who care to communicate, and so many just simply vanish into the ether. Let's give this communication thing a try, shall we? And his response was, good morning, Monique. Thank you for reaching out. I liked your pictures. You look like you might have an edge. The fishnet stockings not accompanied with a Halloween costume. Nice to see. Wolfords? So, I read your profile. And what you are looking for in your next LTR, I thought, reasonable, but obtainable? As they say, the higher you put the bar, the smaller the pool gets. A guy who is fit, has style, who is smart, charming, clever, articulate, at our age, and is not gay? Not that I have anything against, or folks are those who belong to Mensa, LOL. So how has your quest for the reasonable guy been working out? He's like, by the way, if I were you, that is exactly what I would want in my next LTR. Plus a little. Sorry about that. LOL. And I said, thank goodness I only need one. Because yes, they are few and far between. Yeah, I am picky. If I don't say fit in the profile, I get many large bellies. Though with the fit, I get a bunch of muscle heads. Eye roll emoji. But men expect women to be fit and shapely. Why is it unreasonable to ask that of a man? Same with style and charm. All of the exact same things that men want. Though admittedly, I don't think a lot of men are asking for smart. Their loss. Reasonable? Totally. Obtainable? I do believe that there must be one or even two men on the planet who qualify. And I only need one. And then I was like, oh, and why do all the typos suddenly show themselves after I hit send? Oh yeah, period. Coffee. He's like, please do not worry about the typos. If you want someone who is smart, they will be able to read between the lines. First off, men are stupid. That's Howard writing this to me. The double standards that they live by are vexing, to say the least. On the other hand, I have seen the same double standard in women too. This does not happen often, but still there. What I have noticed is that people often have an elevated sense of themselves, be it accurate or not. No one wants to see themselves flawed, yet we are all in some way or another. The crazy part is that they expect this future partner to be perfect, this perfect person, something they are not. And when they find what they think they have been looking for, all these years, the other person vanishes because they themselves do not measure up. It's complicated but sad, and from my point of view, a reality. So we went on back and forth talking like this for a while on the Bumble app. And then we started talking on the phone. And the very first time I spoke on the phone to Howard, my mother was staying with me. And, sorry. Yeah. My mother was staying with me, and she did not mind when I went. I said, I'm going to take this call. And I talked to him for a full hour, and she was like, well, how did it go? And I was like, I kind of like him. I kind of like this guy. And she's like, good. I'm glad to hear it. So we just talked on the phone, and he had a busy social life. He was working Monday through Friday and stayed home those nights because he had serious business as a lawyer in charge of people's lives. And he was booked up on all the weekends because he had plans with friends. He's like, it's going to take me a little while to clear the deck. Okay. So we just continued to talk on the phone. We did not meet one another in person for about 6 weeks. And by that point, we started out talking a couple of times a week, and then it became every day. And so every day at 8 o'clock, the phone would ring, and it would be Howard, and we would talk for an hour and a half. And we didn't have video chat. He's not the most high-tech guy, so he didn't know how to FaceTime until after we were dating, and I taught him how to FaceTime. But I remember going on our first date, and I was meeting him there, and I was like, if this guy even looks like his pictures a little bit, I'm in, because talking to him for 6 weeks, I was falling in love with this guy. Wasn't sure if he was going to measure up to the pictures that I saw, but wow. And then we had our first date, and it was really nice. And then it was a couple weeks later that we had our second date, and we went to a concert, and we held hands at that concert. And when we clasped hands, it just felt like the closest I've ever been to someone. It felt so connected and so solid and so real. And then that night he kissed me. And Then we went on a trip to Santa Barbara. And then we told each other we were falling in love with each other. And that's been it since. And it's just been wonderful being in love with Howard and having him be in love with me. And it's just, it hasn't always been easy. We lived 54 miles apart. That was the big point. I didn't make that point. When I found Howard, he was 54 miles from me. Had I kept my range at 50 miles, I would never have found him. But by opening up that search parameter to 75 miles around me, I found him just 4 miles over what my original parameter. And if I had never opened up my search parameter, I would never have met the love of my life. And I think that's so important because sometimes we limit ourselves too much. Sorry. So that's my love of my life. Okay. You can never go wrong with fishnets. That is absolutely right, Jonathan. Let me go back. Yeah, Peg says, I remember when we'd just see his hands making dinner. And we had Howard's salad for dinner last night. I had a friend over for dinner. I've worked with her a bunch of times, and we never really got to hang out. And it's like, I want to spend some time hanging out. So she came over for dinner, so we made a big salad, and it was amazing. Dalton's been talking to a lady almost every night since October. That is wonderful. I love that. Preston made friends on Bumble. Bumble, FB dating, okay. It's good to make friends any place you can. I also made friends on Bumble. I met a guy who's like, yeah, I can't date you. It's too intimidating. But if you want to be friends and just hang out, I'd love that. Like, you seem like a cool guy. I wouldn't mind hanging out with you. Yeah. I love that she has so much in common with you, Dalton. That's wonderful. Oh, Philip, that's so sweet. A good friendship base is a good sign. Yeah, Howard is fire. He is a fine-looking man. Yes. It's hard, Jonathan. It is hard for men to dress better. Men don't encourage one another to dress better. Men's fashion is not terribly exciting. But if you can buy quality garments at thrift stores, you can build a good wardrobe that will last you for a long time because they're better fabrics in thrift stores than what you'd see. Look for the old brands. Look for old Ralph Lauren. You can find some good things in thrift stores than going out and seeing the cheap shit that's in stores nowadays. Sorry. Philip says, Howard's looking every bit the man that he is in that picture you shared just now. He is. Yeah. Oh, Preston Simpson, yes. He is an absolutely gorgeous human. Howard is physically yummy. He is so intelligent. He's so kind. He's so caring and wonderful and empathetic and just an amazing person. Dalton, I'm very happy to see that you're taking time with meeting her in person. Sometimes women have been mistreated in the past. So have men. Everyone has been mishandled by some careless person in the past. But taking it slow is always good. Yeah, he really does look the same. He does. I did win the online dating lottery. I did. I paid my dues. I want that said. I paid some dues. I had dates that I didn't think I was going to get away with my life. I had dates that, I mean, the audacity of some. Just the audacity. Yeah, high standards weed out the crowd. Oh, good. I'm glad somebody likes typos. Preston says, I look away from the screen for 2 seconds, and when you said talking on the phone, I only heard king on the phone, and my mind filled in the word, the blank with a different word. Yeah, it was not like that. Go make a text, Dalton. Yep, purple haze, that's when you know it's supposed to be. Oh, Ethan, I love that. He just widened his Bumble search to 75 after the story. We're going international at this point. You know, sometimes we are so locked in on a certain thing that we close off other doors. And you have to decide which doors you're going to close and which are open. During my years of just dating, I went on a lot of first dates. I went on a lot of first dates with people like, no, you should not be going out with that person. But I gave everybody a chance. I gave a lot of people a chance. And some people are worth a second date. Some people, you know, you're done then. Some people don't get a second date. Some people are like, thank you very much. It was interesting to meet you. Have a good life. Agresta Cumbra says, my son and husband have returned to college this winter and are taking film classes. I love that. Jonathan, I am so happy to hear that. That is exciting news, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. Nails by Bramble, hello, hello. Silver Cat, I'm happy to see you. Yeah, back in the 90s, there was a term, metrosexual, to describe a straight guy that could style it like a gay guy. And that is wonderful. Elisat said, tell Howard thanks. My husband agreed to salad night after watching Howard's salad video. That is great news. I will tell you that my skin changed after eating that salad twice a week. My skin changed. So it's on my website, Unique Monique. I've got I call it my skin salad, but it's a salad. It's just got lots of good stuff in it. And if you can put lots of good stuff in your bodies, it shows. He is handsome. I think he's very handsome. Fun fact. Preston's favorite donut shop is called Howard's Donuts. I love that. I kissed a lot of frogs. And there were a lot of frogs that I dodged the kisses. The friend radius on dating site goes further than the dating radius. Interesting. Avid Gamer Girl, hello. Don't worry about it. You're here. Nice to see you. Oh, Dalton, that's so sweet. Yes, I've never felt this kind of love before. This is true love. When it's just, yeah. When the phone rings and you look at that and it's like, and you just smile. Let's see. Keep It 100 says, to all in this group, been thinking about adding a profile pic to YouTube. Maybe cat photo or me in sunglasses. This is really your only social at this point. Do it. And doing it with a cat, then it's not as personal. So we would always know it was you. Oh, good, Philip. Salad likes you too. Yeah, interesting to meet you. Oh, I went out on this date with this guy. And he was a comedian. And he wanted to meet at this bar in Hollywood, Bordner's. So it's a dingy dive bar. It's a great place. But he wanted to meet at like 8:30 at night. And that's a little late for me. But you know what? Sure. I didn't have a car then, so I took an Uber to go to the place that he could walk to. He was maybe 5'4". That's fine. I got no problem with short guys. He was so coked out of his brain, and he drank 4 drinks in the half hour that I was there for the date. And I was literally sitting on my chair going, I gotta get out of here. And he was getting angrier and angrier, and he's like, and he was, and it was very interesting because at one point we were not trying to make conversation. And I asked, well, when's your birthday? He's like, November 4. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I didn't even bother telling him, hey, we have the same birthday. That's interesting. We could have had a point of some communication, something, but he was just, he's like, what did he call me? He's like, that I couldn't be, he was like, I was uncorruptible. And like, the more loud and obnoxious he got, the more proper and pristine and stiff and stern I got, because that's what I do. Also, avid gamer girl, thank you. I love the sweater. Thank you. No, I don't see Keenan. Where is Keenan? I will have to check on him. A selfie of you in sunglasses with a cat. Yes, and he cooks. Age doesn't mean anything, Dalton. Yeah, you go with what you're saying. Yeah, but it's like, I get having a chip on your shoulder, that's fine, but it's like to not even have conversation. He was just like, whatever. Yes, Howard also knows that he hit the jackpot. We thank you, Ethan. We are very lucky that we found our proper counterparts. Yeah, uncorruptible. I just said, well, I was like, I looked at it, was like, it's getting kind of late for me, and I'm going to call my Uber right now. So I called an Uber. Looks like my Uber's here, and great to meet you. Bye. I just, I'm outie. I have left many dates. I remember being on a date with a guy that I had met in person, and we'd gone on a couple of dates, and we'd made out a little, and that was fine. And we'd gone on this date, and we met at a cigar bar. I'm like, okay, well, maybe we're starting there. And then we're at the cigar bar, and clearly he's not picking up till any time to leave. And then somebody ordered pizzas, and there are pizzas being sent to, and I don't eat cheese, and he knew that. And they're all just hanging out, smoking their cigars, and this guy is like not making any effort to like separate from these people to go on a date. And after a while, I said, well, you know what? I am going to go get some food. Have a good time. I'll catch you later. And just left. It's like, you know what? I didn't want to be sitting in a cigar bar with a bunch of strangers. That's not a date. So I see no shame in just getting up and leaving a date. Or certainly, yeah. Avid Gamer Girl went on a date with a guy whose friends were also at the bar, and he ended up talking to them more than apologized to me, but like they were all away mostly. Ugh. Peg, thank you for joining us. Love you bunches. Yeah, I picked up Drew from a date where she needed to ditch the guy. I'm so glad you found someone to chat to and just like make your day better. Philip, thank you for joining us. Love you bunches. Have a great evening. And so, what'd you decide, Preston? Taco or burger? No, dating is not fun. Being when you have a great partner that you love and you're with, that is wonderful. But dating is not fun. It can be fun when you're meeting interesting people. Taco got 4 votes over 1. So we all be tacoing tonight. Sorry. I don't know any gang symbols for taco. Taco? Taco? I don't know. Anyway, it's a taco salad for me. Oh, Ellis at hubby's home? Good, good. We're signing off. I love you bunches. Thank you for a fun night. I always love talking to you guys, and I love talking about Howard, so thank you. That made it a very fun night for me. Yeah, Beth, I hear you. Weird, creepy, and strange dates with men from these apps, and even when you meet them in person, it's still the same. It's weird. So stay safe, everyone. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. And I love you bunches. Have a terrific week. I'll see you next week. Bye.